Hey, who's excited for Lost Ark Fresh Start tomorrow, huh? Come on. Come on, let's see. Who's excited? Okay, I know at least 3 of you are excited and are going to join me tomorrow on the servers. We need to find 4 more people for our static pre-made for Legion raids on the Fresh Start servers. In today's video, I'm going to give you some down-to-earth advice on how to avoid making mistakes and or potentially ruin the fresh start for yourself. And I would like to encourage those of you who are veteran players who have played Lost Ark before. If you have any advice, comment down below. Advice for new players, players that are maybe returning after a very long time. And I know. Stay away, okay? This is something that many of you are gonna say. I've already said it for you, so you don't have to repeat yourself. You can give them actual proper advice if you have any. On a serious note, the first thing that comes to mind and can potentially ruin your fresh start experience is not being able to partake in content for whatever reason. And there are 2 main concerns that people have expressed in the past, why people have quit or left the game, etc. One of them being the harsh vertical progression, right, which feels unrewarding and bad. And the gatekeeping, aka people don't want you in their groups, okay? So you cannot really play what everyone tells you to play. So I want to speak from personal experience here and tell you that I too have suffered from both of these plenty of times. The way I fixed my gatekeeping problem, and something that I advise you also keep in mind for the Fresh Start servers, was by making friends. And this is especially important if you're not whaling or playing 17 hours a day. So advice number 1, don't ruin your fresh start by always playing alone. I know it sounds cliche, you've heard it before, just make friends, that's not a big deal. No, it is a big deal, I'm serious. Friends in Lost Ark are the one single most important asset that you can have in game. Joining a guild is mega important, not just for friends, for other things as well, but it can potentially give you that batch of people who are there and they look at what you're typing, because Lost Ark does a piss poor job in general of promoting friendship amongst players. It does, you have to try really hard otherwise. But inside the guild, it's much easier. Or just simply being social, right? After you play with someone, a Guardian raid, you like how they played or you like their attitude, maybe you failed and they said, let's start again. Take that guy, hey, buddy, can I add you to friends list? Maybe we can play again in the future, right? Another thing that I wanted to mention is that there is a Discord. There is a Discord that I remember. Someone told me about a Discord that another content creator has made. His name is Stoops, and it's called LFG. It's called LFG, I think, and I'm gonna find it for you and link it down below. On this Discord, apparently, you can search for groups for a variety of content, and people there are much nicer than your Bugatti Ferrari titled runs in the LFG matchmaking naturally. I apologize for spending 3 minutes on the friends topic. I know it comes naturally and it's obvious, but I really wanted to highlight it. I cannot stress enough how important this is. But let's move on. The other thing that can bite you in the ass is the vertical slope, as we discussed, right? Or basically falling behind. Not fun at all. How I fixed this is, well, I didn't fix it, I patched it up, but I was trying my best to be diligent with what's important. Don't do map completion when everyone's going for the Gold Island event. Don't take selfies in Punica where when everyone's doing the Chaos Gate. You know what I'm saying? So diligence. Focusing on what's more important. Your daily activities, for example, 3 daily quests, 2 Chaos Dungeons, and 1 Guardian Raid are basically 20 minutes worth of content. And the earlier you start, the better off you're gonna be long term. And grinding these out means very little short term speaking, but quite a lot in the long term. Another thing is not overdoing it with alts. Of course, you should and will have some, it's super fun, but just remember that the best way to play alts is when they come for free or very cheap, like through a power pass or a super express, or simply playing them and going up with bound or leftover materials, right? Minimal investment into alts is okay. Having them look clean and more fun to play with, that is very okay. But too many geared alts will make your main suffer, and as a free-to-play player or a casual player, you won't be able to afford them, and it will probably ruin your fresh start again with more chores than you can manage, FOMO, and eventually, obviously, stress, right? Geared alts, aka 236 mains, are a luxury, one that you can get to. It just takes quite some time to achieve it, right? Start with one character, that's my advice, via the free Southern Power Pass. Yes, you can be a one character player in Lost Ark, by the way. Assess for a week how it feels on one, then boost two more, right? With the free Northern Power Passes, do your dailies on all three, get into the grind regardless of the tier you're in, and assess again for a week or two. Now, I would be an idiot to tell you, hey, take it as slow as you wish, no rush at all. So don't get that idea. Because it's still Lost Ark we're talking about. Fresh start servers or not, there's always some sort of a rush to keep up with your peers. However, small but consistent and smart and diligent steps will make you achieve that also, instead of lazy now and pay 300 bucks later, right? Or feel like you have to. Which brings me to another piece of advice. Don't slack on some of the side things, because it will be easy to get carried away by all of the free goodies and forget you actually need to play the game, right? For example, your stronghold. There is some research you can do here that will help with honing and gaining experience past level 50. This works for your alts, right? Not the first character that goes through this. Ideally, you would boost one character, do stronghold research, hone a couple of alts, more research, hone alts further, etc. Just to get the better rates as you progress, right? To be more efficient. There's also a farm feature in the stronghold that literally takes 3 clicks once every 2 days, and you get bound gatherables that will help you craft your own consumables and honing materials. And speaking of crafting, a better way to spend this life energy than the stronghold farm is gathering yourself out in the open world. You can sell these gatherables for gold, or just keep them for after the merge in case the price is too low on the fresh start servers. And I'm just thinking that having 4 to 5 months of gatherables in your bag and after that getting merged will bring you quite a large amount of gold. At the end of the video, a few mistakes that you can avoid. The Story Express character cannot be using the knowledge transfer system while being enrolled in that. Doing it will result in that zone not counting towards your progress and the Story Express being basically incomplete. Another thing is not watching several class videos before using the Southern Pass or enrolling a character into the Mokoko Express. Notice the word several. Remember, you only have one Southern Pass to item level 14, 15, and it's very valuable because it's your 2-minute trip to end game. Luckily, the Super Mokoko Express has the option to change the character midway if you change your mind. However, that's going to set you back anywhere from a few days to weeks, depending on your current progress. Another mistake you can make is wasting resources on luxuries, such as honing your weapon to max for the white glow, or gambling endless fions, gold and silver on bracelets. I know it's cool, I get that, I'm also addicted to these things, but again, the focus should be on having more fun, and more fun comes from doing more or different or better content, and that implies you look clean and on par with the rest. A white glow, a 4-4 or 5-5 bracelet is never a requirement for any content, but instead a bottomless pit of pain. In general though, wasting your gold on expensive shit is a bad idea. Investing your gold into cheap stuff is a great idea. You cannot pretend that the merge isn't going to happen, because it is, right? So you're basically playing on a temporary incubator, so to say. So paying attention to the prices on legacy servers, which you can do by using the website called lostarkmarket.online, will come in handy when deciding if something is overpriced or not. And listen, my intention with this advice is not to try and squeeze every bit of fun and joy out of your Lost Ark Fresh Start experience, right? Indulging yourself and making some little mistakes is fine. I completely get behind that. Playing it as if you would be playing it actively there, taking it seriously, is also fine. You're not there for the merge or because of the merge or expecting the merge any day. Just don't FOMO over them. That's my advice. And since we just talked about FOMO, then FOMO farming roster level or excessive map completion and collectibles, you're on a server where no one has that, and it's probably not going to be anyone's direct focus anyway. Plus, the horizontal stuff is about to have a big change to how fast you get it. Maybe even before the merge, we don't know yet. Yes, you should get your 20 island souls. Yes, you should get your 12 giant hearts and your 6 Omnium stars. But further than that, only do it if you have some downtime, not instead of things that matter more long term. Lastly, some cash shop advice. Wasting money in Lost Ark is a bad idea generally speaking, but hey, if you're gonna hurt yourself anyway, I might as well just tell you how not to make a bloody mess out of it. Don't waste your real money on buying gold from the currency exchange at horrible rates. This is very important. Again, take a look at your future on the legacy servers and think about what you're spending on. Do you really need it now, or can it wait? Most things you wail for in Lost Ark are just not worth it. Spending money on mounts, RNG card packs, instant daily or extra daily tickets, and pets is a waste of money. Spending money on a bikini skin is an absolutely fantastic idea though. This pack of blue crystal is a great idea too. You can buy it only once and it gives you enough blue crystals to buy 6 months worth of premium membership for the price of 1 month. Unfortunately, you will have to deposit $20 to get it. I know, right? It's a borderline predatory pricing methods. But hey, you're going to be left with 11,000 royal crystals that you can then spend on a pair of bikinis. Buying Fions is a bad idea, and it means you're overextending. If you need to purchase extra Fions on top of all of the Fions that the game gives you for free, it's either you're changing your build too often, or your mains, your ults, your old builds, or just gambling on stupid shit like bracelets or the perfect soulstone, etc. So do try to keep an eye on that. But listen, at the end of the day, and also at the end of the video, if you've done all of this, you've been patient, you've made very few mistakes, you tried to be informed, you took small steps, you were diligent with your dailies, weeklies, important things, and played it right and smart, and the game is still not good enough for you, the game is still not rewarding for you, not fun enough, at least you can leave with your head above your shoulders and without having thrown real money at the game for absolutely no reason. And in case you will enjoy the game long term, then you have a fantastic head start by having not made all of the mistakes that you could have. Having that said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon, tomorrow, with another video. And until then, stay safe and take it easy.